Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing tonight? Oh, let's start here. Let's start here. Yeah? Hopefully everyone can still hear me. Should be able to. Hi. Welcome to the show this evening. We are playing a new game tonight. We are playing something called Roadwarden. I had not actually heard of this game before. It got recommended to me on my Steam page, and so I thought I'd give it a shot. Looks like it has a lot of choices matter stuff, so we're going to be doing roll for choices. If you're interested in finding out any of those rules mean, feel free to check out the RFC command, and that'll give you the rules. Otherwise, welcome. My name is Panda. I am your humble host for the evening as we play through Roadwarden. I have no idea what this game is about, so this is literally completely first time playing through this. I have no idea what's going on. Probably not the best way to handle a roll for choices is to play it for the first time like this, but we'll see what happens. The orphans are raised by an entire village and are expected to return the favor once they grow old enough to work. Dark. Welcome to the anniversary patch. It improves a few stories, bits of interface, but sadly it won't work well with the old saves. Cool. Well, this is the first time playing anyway, so... everyone knows to stay away from the wilderness. Most people would never risk a lonely journey. Road wardens not only accept the struggle, they embrace it. They deliver messages, assist merchants, burn human corpses, and, if possible, get rid of the beasts and highwaymen. They live on the road, die young, or retire early. It's a dangerous job, but a respectable one, and it pays well. And we're already met with our first choice. Oh, am I kind of in the way here? If I can get my mouse moving. There we go. Move myself maybe up here. What do we think? That might be a good spot for this game. We'll see. We'll play around with it as we start getting into stuff. First choice already. And we're still using the Slay the Princess dice. I think that they're a pretty good fit. We out here making choices? I know. I still have my doubts. Oh, that just... nope. That's just no. Okay, never mind. I guess we're doing that. Pick a difficulty mode. The choice can't be altered later on. We've got casual for those focused on the story, standard for those familiar with RPGs. There's a time limit and a regular rule set, and restrictive, which gives you a shorter time limit and increased nighttime damage. Okay. Let's just go standard. I'm familiar with RPGs. I'm good with a time limit. I've never played this game before, though, so I don't know if I want to do restricted already, right out the gate. The wall is standing. There are no wolves around, no stench of blood, good signs. This should be the place you're looking for. You were supposed to meet with a group of soldiers, but you hear no voices, no sounds of labor. Famous last words. I'm familiar with RPGs, exactly. Write that on my epitaph. The gate is ajar, but the camp isn't safe. It may keep away the goblins and pebblers, but not beast folk, nor trolls, and the night is near. Your palfrey breathes heavily. It had a long day. Got 4 choices here. I could just look for another shelter. Doing so right before nightfall would only invite death. The monsters will soon start their hunt, and your horse won't pull off another gallop. You rub your eyes and hold back the yawn. I need to look around, cautiously. Considering the noise, you doubt that anyone noticed the clatter of hooves. The short, dry grasses barely cover the arid soil of this valley, but you're maybe a minute away from the edge of the sparse woods, which get denser as they climb up the hills. How loud is this music for you guys? I'm realizing it might be a lot louder than... Let's turn that down a bit. There we go. I think that sounds good. The short, dry grasses barely cover the arid soil of the valley, but you're maybe a minute away from the edge of the sparse woods, which get denser as they climb up the hills. At best, this trail has a few more years before getting overgrown for good. Hard to believe it's the only route north. It was only a little loud, but more background now. Okay. You want me to turn it back up a little bit? I dismount and sneak to the gate. Let's peek inside. Your heavy boots hit the ground and the pain of the long ride finally catches up with you. You stretch out, bringing your back and legs comfort. All you want now is a table, a decent chair, a nice mug of beer, and some warm stew. With any luck, your axe won't be needed here. I approach the gate slowly. Oh, looks like we've got some vitality. Take care of yourself. If you're hurt or exhausted, some actions won't be available to you. The weaker you are, the higher the chance you'll die in combat. We got 30 minutes before dusk, and then we got some saves and settings, blah, blah, blah. Up a smidge would be good. Okay, I can do that. Put it like right there. If it's a military camp, it doesn't look the part. Plenty of wasted space. The fire pit is cold. 2 people are sitting at the table, tired and disheartened. They're looking in different directions, paying no attention to one another. One of them is holding a cup. After a moment, you notice the quiet humming. You recognize the melody of a light-hearted drinking song from the city harbor. They don't look like much of a threat. I can enter. It takes them a few breaths to glance in your direction. The first person greets you with a wave of his hand. There are bags under his eyes. His beard is messy. Despite his simple shirt, he's wearing durable, decent boots. A mace with a head covered in iron hangs at his side, but he doesn't reach for it. I take a look at the second soul. Just like you, she's wearing a gambeson, but hers is a bit loose, as if she took it off a corpse. Her head is shaven, as if she's protecting herself from flesh-eating bugs. Her eyes are weary, yet kind. She smiles. Considering the squad was sent here half a year ago, these 2 surely look the part. Though there should be more of them. 8, you believe. I let them speak first. It's nice to see an unharmed traveler in this godforsaken shithole. Makes you just a tiny bit hopeful. The bearded man's voice is strong, yet timid. You'll be staying the night with us, I guess. We're soldiers, he and I, adds the armored woman. Her voice switches from half asleep to relaxed. We'll do our best to keep the camp safe, but if you were to take the first watch, it would be a huge help. Travelers ought to help each other, wouldn't you say? You think for a moment. To fully rest, you'd need a good sleep. Sure. Leave it to me. Fantastic. She rubs her hands together. I don't remember the last time I had more than half a night of sleep. The hours before midnight should be the calmest. Just wake us up if anything happens. The man flashes you a wide smile. It's easy to wake us up. Just yell. He drinks from his mug. I ask them about their lieutenant. You wonder how to phrase your question. Ooh, this is cool. Okay, so whenever you meet new people, you can influence how they perceive you by selecting one of the attitudes. I could be friendly, playful, distanced, intimidating, and vulnerable. That's neat. We are vulnerable. Okay. I had a long journey. I need to have a word with your lieutenant. The woman stands up and approaches you. She pays little attention to the sword at her side. Her shoulders are straight, eyes worried. It'd be me, traveler. Are you in trouble? There's only the 2 of us here, but if you're lost, we'll take you to the nearby inn, right after sunrise. Actually, I'm your new Roadwarden. Really? The soldier in the shirt leans forward. That explains how you got here in one piece, all by yourself. Though you look exhausted, adds the other soul. Don't you have a mount? I have a horse. It's waiting outside. Shouldn't you unsaddle it? I bet it's tired. A long pause. I assume you're here not to meet our lieutenant, but rather to get some directions. I'm Tulia, and I'll be happy to help. She reaches out to you. I shake her hand. I'm Leto, I guess. Sure, why not? Her grasp is confident, the shake is slight. Just keep your horse away from the tents, she steps away. We don't need to smell its dung. Ah, there's this one issue. The soldier in the shirt also rises to his feet. We've no tent to spare. You'll have to use a blanket or something. No problem. I enjoy observing the stars. You walk through the gate, your mount looks around and snorts anxiously. Not many humans could ride a horse. It's not only taller than you, but also bulky, as heavy as it is strong. You can get in the saddle within a single breath, but most people wouldn't know where to even begin. From every side, it's a wall of flesh. Horses were brought to the Dragon Woods from the conquests in the south. They can trot for a long time, but won't outrun some of the local monsters. Your palfrey needs you to survive, but without it, you too would be lost. I don't care how it feels, but I need it to be strong if I want to travel, and I can't afford another one. It keeps watching its surroundings, ignoring your approach. You clear your throat and reach out for the reins, and only then the beast responds with a stomp of its leg. Humans see useful animals, and even pets, as monsters in disguise. Getting emotionally attached to them is believed to lead humans to their doom. I lead it to the camp. You end up next to the fire pit. Removing the saddle makes the horse nicker with relief. You take a couple of minutes to examine its back, just in case. While the riding equipment is not that heavy for such a strong animal, with enough time, it starts to chafe. You wish it had something better to eat than this shabby grass. You should look for an inn. I need to unpack. You haven't brought that many things, and you lost one of the sacks while fleeing the Crimson Corpse Eaters. Worst of all, you have no rope left, but maybe the soldiers could share one. Shouldn't cost more than a dragon bone. Aside from the travel set, you own a few valuable possessions, essential for your trade. Oh, so this is like if you wanted to choose a class. Okay. So basically you get to decide what you have in your pack. I know we're rolling for choices. I'm going to learn more about the classes first, and then we'll roll. Because I've never played this before. I have literally no idea what any of these are. As a fighter, you'll have an easier time in physical challenges thanks to your superior equipment and hidden bonuses during dice rolls. You'll be physically more capable than the other classes, what opens unique opportunities during some social interactions. It's the best class for RPG beginners. The fighter's weakness is their reliance on physical strength. Your special abilities won't be available to you if your vitality points drop to 0. Is this vitality? Yeah, this is the vitality here. The mage uses Pneuma, a versatile but limited pool of energy points that can be spent to cast a few humble spells. Magic won't protect you better than a sharp axe, but as a mage, you'll be able to heal faster while resting, detect magic in a mysterious area, distract a beast with a simple trick, and find a common tongue with other magic users. Using the mage's powers too freely will result in having no Pneuma left when you need it the most. I don't see a Pneuma bar or anything like that. That might appear after you pick one. The scholar will know more about the world's mysteries than you. Helping you take advantage of some unusual situations, your character will impress the locals with its knowledge, and you'll be able to read the sparse, written clues without anyone's assistance. Scholars struggle with combat more than the other classes, but with enough carefulness and exploration, you'll gain access to alchemical mixtures that will help you escape from many dangerous situations. Huh. Very cool. We are a scholar. I'd like to play as a scholar. You unpack and inspect your belongings. Your water skin isn't pierced. That's good. The spare clothes are still here, just in case you take something at your wooden bowl and mug. Your cape, tinderbox, bandages, food rations, knife, nothing special or too cumbersome. From time to time, your routine helps you avoid mistakes, but this doesn't make it any more exciting. Open your inventory to see your possessions. Okay. Taking hits will damage your armor. You can fix it in various settlements. Okay, so I've got 2 of 4 armor. Stop later attacks, but not for long. Okay, so here's my inventory. Unless you're occupied with another task, you can eat food, drink potions, and use your items from this menu. Be sure to click on each new item you receive, as some of them can have unusual applications. So I got a small healing potion, food rations, pouch with coins. I'm assuming that's what the 5 is. Got the gambeson, alchemical ingredients to brew new potions. Oh, okay. Travel sets. Sacks contain all sorts of useful tools. Writing instruments. Okay. And a simple battle axe. Very nice. I return to the soldiers. They're at the table again, observing your beasts and chatting between themselves. Your stomach growls at the sight of them eating out of wooden bowls. One more bowl was put at a previously unused end of the table. You can sit down on a tree log. 4. I join them and take a look at the meal. It's cold gruel, the meal eaten in times of hardship. This specific bowl is filled with water, hog millet, some strange-looking cereals, and blueberries. Welcoming you with a meal, even a humble one, is beyond their duty. Soldiers live with and for their companions, constantly on the move from one part of the realm to another, making sacrifices to protect their group as they face dozens of hideous creatures. Their lives are filled with discipline, hardship, and camaraderie. Roadwardens, on the other hand, learn how to work by themselves. They seldom engage in open combat, patrolling the same roads for years. They help the settlements stay in touch, but also maintain commerce, settle down, forge friendships, and when there are no laws to follow, they use their own judgment. Different responsibilities, different lifestyles. I eat quickly, not focusing on the taste, then speak with Tulia. She's focused and chooses her words carefully. She looks away only when she gathers her thoughts. I'm afraid I can tell you less than I would like to, and less than I should. She nods towards the other soldier. As you can see, there's not a lot of us left. At the beginning of summer, there were 8 of us, including our previous lieutenant. 5 are dead, 1 has run away in tears. We're also strangers in this land, adds her companion. Any piece of information may help me do my job. The man leads forward, his legs shake nervously. He sounds like a kid asking a bard to sing one more story, tell a joke, or do a magic trick. Whatever it takes to escape from boredom. His untrimmed beard hides a much younger face than you originally thought. What did the officials tell you? I expect not that much. No soul governs these lands. I share what I consider to be relevant. You tell the soldiers how little guidance you've received. Since this area is too far away from Hovlivin, to keep it under control, you were warned that it's untamed and unknown. You know how many villages, bandits, or monsters may be found in these unmapped hills and forests. From time to time, new people come here to look for boundless opportunities. Most of them never return. Do they turn into walking corpses, or find what they're looking for? No soul could tell me, so I was looking for your guidance. The lieutenant drinks from her cup and crosses her legs, ankle on knee. Seeing her chair makes you doubt she'll ever find a comfortable position. Where should we start? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Starting at 1. What should I know about the peninsula? I'll tell you what I know, and you'll be the judge. How long did it take you to get here from this city? On a decent palfrey, I'd guess it would be 3-4 days. From here, you can reach the coast in about a day, as long as you don't make any stops. Do you know the situation? Why no ships can get here? You nod. The sea route allows Hovlivin officials to keep in touch with the coastal villages, collect taxes, move the soldiers, collect lumber, deliver tools, but maintaining order on a wild coast such as this one is like filling the ocean depths with coins. Because of the rocks, you can hardly stop a ship 5 miles from the shore, and boats can't get much closer. She nods. I don't know much about fishing, but there's not that many people living by the shore, and they don't crave a stay in touch with the city folk. As she pauses, her companion carries on. No soul from the north ever came to the camp, but when we travel to the roadside inn, Pelt of the North, they're happy to trade, and to play dice. Why not just stay at one of the settlements? The man clears his throat. I mean, you know, we're to guard this road. This camp is our post, and, well, don't take it the wrong way, Leto, but are you a devout soul? Interesting. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Like most city folk, I believe that people should unite their strength to overcome the threats of nature and dark magic. Everyone will be judged for both good and evil deeds. I'm a part of the United Church. A fellow unite, the man smiles, though in this land it won't bring you much good. At least we can discuss the topic freely, adds the lieutenant with a barely visible smile. The people here are disquieting. Their traditions won't help them negotiate with the officials here. She starts to draw lines with her index finger as if she's pointing at an invisible map. The peninsula is connected with roads like a big circle. In the northwest, you'll find a weird village at a bog. This is a lot of reading. Okay. It's not exactly pagan, I don't think. It even has a priest who claims to be an eremite. They do crazy shit. They use the dead to cut down trees and dig in soil. Once I saw it, I begged to never return there. Oh, what is this? Nourishment, okay. You've heard tales such as this one since you were a child. If an isolated settlement manages to survive without a city's influence, its customs and traditions grow more and more alien. Every generation learns how to adapt to the dangerous conditions they have to deal with, and the rustic pagan traditions muddy their river of faith. The United Church often warns its members about the crazy druids, necromancers, and blood mages, the bringers of doom, the traitors to humankind. Were you able to speak with these necromancers? And how about the east? She stares off across the camp. Hard to tell, we went there only once. There are hills, forests, rivers. We saw a tunnel sculpted in leaves and branches, but we didn't enter it. Wilderness all around. Any monsters worth mentioning? Anything that could catch my mount? We saw all sorts of beasts. Goblins, treants, cats large and small, runners, howlers, wolves, spiked boars, mouflon eaters, griffins, but we managed to stay away. Some could catch up with most mounts, though a palfrey should be fine. The trees are so tall that the flying creatures keep to the coast and mountains. There's not that many humans around, and the animals are busy fighting amongst themselves. They fight more for food than territory. The soldier cracks his knuckles. Don't provoke them and ride fast, just count on luck. I like the setting so far. Were you able to speak to these necromancers? You could see why we were not eager to go there if we could avoid it. Maybe they'll be more welcoming to a Roadwarden. The roads are dangerous with little to no shelters. People need your help. The man in the shirt turns a bit and points a finger to the northwest. If you're heading to the undead village, you'll get to an inn first, and soon, Pelt to the north is a safe place. You can talk with the innkeep or the guards and ask them about the road. That's all I need to know. Man. So that was one of the 8 topics. This is a lot of reading. I like it. I really like the setting and I really like the story already. But it is a lot of reading, and that makes it a little bit difficult of a game to stream because I'm just sitting here reading this the whole time. I'm going to keep playing it for a little bit to see if it opens up to something that's not reading, but I have a feeling this might not be a good game to play on stream. Might be something I play on my off time and maybe record to make content out of, but this is... what happened to your squad? Bandits happened. And monsters. A strong band, though. When we got to the peninsula in spring, we saw some people living in this camp. The lieutenant decided to avoid it and look for an inn. We had to travel through the night for a bit. If he had decided otherwise, we would have all died that day. Sounds like slave hunters. Very much so. They killed some and took others away. Who knows where. They were letting the northerners go, hoping to avoid their wrath. It kind of worked. We asked them for help, but they refused. We had to clear the entire camp on our own, and that's why 3 of our people died. Don't exaggerate, it's not like the lieutenant didn't make a mistake. He wanted to get rid of them and take over their camp. But we didn't know our enemy well enough. We were outnumbered, and they had an ice mage among them. At least we cleared the road and saved lives. You mentioned monsters as well. Nothing that would surprise you. Those of us who survived the skirmish were young, too inexperienced to spend a summer in this place without a good leader, and they didn't trust me. One of them got caught by a treant. Another one ignored my orders to perform some sort of ritual hunt, so Werebear tore her to pieces. The last one tried to act tough, didn't tell us that he had cut his hand while cleaning his gambeson. We had to cut it off, and he was so ashamed that he decided to walk north, find a new life, and disappear. What a colorful journey. The man tries to drink from his mug, but it's empty. Stay silent. Tulia seems defeated. This is cool. It is a neat little game. Interesting. Yeah, I think I am going to have to play a different game though. Because all I am doing is reading, which is great for me personally, not great for streaming. So we're actually going to switch things up here. I need to figure out what I want to do, though. So give me just a moment. I will be right back.